Hi, in this video we'll demonstrate the new capabilities of Centrify Privileged Access Service 20.5. And one of the capabilities is the ability to use RDP sessions without visiting the portal. So you should be familiar with the ability to use either a local account, a manual account, or a -A account to access a system. For example, if this user wanted to log into this machine using that shared account, they can just use Centrify platform as a jump box to be able to achieve this RDP session, right? With 20.5, and this tenant that you're seeing here is using 20.5 and connector 20.5, you have the ability to not have to visit this portal and still be able to enforce multi-factor authentication, use of shared accounts, use of manual login, use of -A accounts, and use of workflow, as well as proctoring and auditing if direct audit is installed. So the way you would use it is, you notice that I'm using Diana, who has access to this account. So I'm going to use the Microsoft Terminal Services client. And all I need to do is to point to the connector for this installation. In this system right here, my connector is a machine called member. So all I need to do is point to the connector and the port 5555, which is a default port. And what I can do is I can log in interactively. For the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna just show it interactively. So I need to specify the user, if it's an AD user in UPM form, if it's a Centrify directory user with the proper suffix. And when you want to connect, basically, you will be greeted by the multi-factor authentication mechanism set up for the default Centrify services. So in here, I must answer a challenge first. Then I need to put in my password. Then I need to specify the machine that I need to access. And then I specify the account. This account corresponds to the system that we had before. So notice that the machine name is member3 and the account is WinLocalADN. So I'm going to go ahead and press enter. And in this case, this user is authorized to use this account, so she'll be able to use it, no problem. If in the case that the user does not have access, so I'm going to do this workflow with Lisa Simpson, who does not have access to this account. And I'm going to use a connection string as well. So it would be typically account at system at user in this particular case. So the key here is that I can also bypass all the prompts. All I need to do is to be authenticated securely here. And what's going to happen is you don't have access to this account, so you want to request it. So I'm going to say yes, and the reason is and then I'm going to be kicked out. So what's going to happen is that the approver for this account is going to get a request, happens to be Diana here. So if I go under access requests, here is the request that I just made to request that account. If I approve it, then Lisa can use it. So the net benefit is that with Centrify 20.5 and the new DirectRDP connectivity, A, users do not have to have access to the portal to access systems running RDP. B, you can enforce multi-factor authentication. C, users can use shared accounts, manual accounts, -A accounts. And D, you can also do an access request interactively, as well as do proctoring and auditing if direct audit is installed.